All right, good evening, everybody. Can I get a motion to go into executive session for personnel and legal matters? Leah and Ann, all in favor? There are 5 of us right now. Okay, thank you. We'll be back at 7 o'clock.
Ryan Martino.
Okay. Can I get a motion for the approval of the minutes from June 3rd? Megan and Maureen, any questions or comments? All in favor? 6. Committee reports.
First, I'm going to do the public hearing for the district-wide safety plan.
Okay. Great.
As per Commissioner Regulation, Part 155.17, school districts are required to develop district-wide school safety plans in alignment with building-level emergency response plans. A district-wide safety plan is a comprehensive and strategic framework designed to ensure the safety and well-being of students, staff, and visitors to all schools within the district. The plan outlines procedures for preventing, responding to, and recovering from emergencies, such as natural disasters and medical emergencies. According to the same regulation, a public hearing must be held to present the new plan. The public hearing for the district-wide safety plan will be held for 30 days. The draft of the 2026-27 plan will be made available on the district website tomorrow and can be reviewed until July 22nd, when it will be presented to the Board of Education for adoption. Any questions or comments can be emailed to the district clerk at ijohnson@glencovschools.org. And committee report, there is nothing to report tonight.
Okay, thanks. Policy?
The policy committee met yesterday. The primary focus of our meeting was the development of a new policy addressing student use of automobiles, e-bikes, scooters, and electric skateboards on school campus. The proposed policy will formalize the high school's current practices regarding the issuance and enforcement of student parking and driving privileges, while also establishing guidelines for the use of e-bikes, scooters, and similar devices on campus. The proposed language has been developed to also align with recent guidance issued by Nassau County. In regard to e-bikes and e-scooters, again, a big thank you to Ms. Franco for representing the high school yesterday. I know Mr. Hudson was attending another district meeting that was happening at the same time. Also, just want to say thank you to the policy committee members for their thoughtful discussion, valuable feedback, because based on yesterday's meeting, we were going to have a few revisions before we're going to present the policy for a first reading before the entire Board of Education. But we're still going to remain on schedule to bring the new policy forward for a first reading at the board's second meeting in July, with the goal of having adopted prior to the start of the school year.
Great, thank you. Education committee, sorry.
The Education Committee met on May 21st. First, the committee reviewed the results of a needs assessment and a feedback survey completed by our faculty to gather feedback on our professional learning plan from the 25-26 school year. The committee then reviewed a draft version for in-service for the 2026-27 school year, which was developed by the Professional Development Committee based on teacher feedback. Next, the committee discussed Glen Cove's Every Student Succeeds Act grants, including a look back at the allocations that Glen Cove has received in recent years. The committee reviewed the anticipated grant-funded projects for the 26-27 school year as well.
Thank you. Facilities?
Thank you. At Thayer House, the window installation is now complete with the exception of one window in our payroll office, and the roof over the payroll office has now been completed, and posts for the railing on top of that roof have been installed. Any areas that had rotting wood have been replaced, and siding installation will start this week. At the high school, the track has been resprayed and striped and is now open again. In the kitchen, the kettles have arrived, and the plumber will be on site Friday to complete the plumbing connection. We have also installed 7 vape detectors in the new bathrooms. At the middle school, the HVAC motor has been replaced in the gym, and the condenser motor has been replaced in the Home and Careers RTU. At Daisy, a new fan was installed in the second floor girls' bathroom. At Gribben, a valve has been replaced for our outdoor water in the garden area. And then during a recent review of our stored district property at Gribben, the Director of Facilities identified a greenhouse that had been donated to the district several years ago. Because the district is not able to accommodate the greenhouse on its property, we have arranged to donate it to the city. The city is planning some improvements to Big Ralph Park and plans to incorporate the greenhouse into the park's revitalized design, where it can serve and be enjoyed by our students as well as the broader community. At Landing, a new electric meter has been installed to accommodate our solar, and the corridor door magnets have been installed and tested. And then at Connolly, we've replaced a bottle filler in the nurse's pod.
Thank you. And now we'll have our final student board member report from these two gentlemen.
Alrighty, good evening. So, despite it being the final, very little for me to say tonight. Congratulations to all the students here who are being recognized tonight in their own respects. And then just some final dates to look out for in the coming weeks. June 24th is going to be senior prom. 2 days after is going to be graduation, the 26th. I want to thank everyone for a great school year, especially to wrap up my high school career, I guess you could say. And then lastly, I would like to say a special thank you to the board for listening to me, listening to my voice, really, over the past year and giving me the opportunity to speak at the meetings and develop my public speaking skills.
I would also like to say thank you to all of you, but I'm speaking right now because I've been forced to say this by Brett Miller, but I want to congratulate him for being one of only 6 people to beat me in the Education Foundation golf outing, where I was beat the pro. So congratulations, Brett.
6 people out of how many? Yeah. So what's your win rate's like 90%, so congratulations.
Thank you guys for your participation and for your feedback when we've had questions. We really appreciated having you on the board.
And congratulations to the both of you on moving forward, your scholarships, and all the great things that you guys are going to do in the future. We've seen you in the news and all amazing things. So good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, superintendent's report.
Thank you. Okay, so for my superintendent's report, we're going to start with some very big news. We have 3 young men here in the audience. We have Isaac Abraham, Dylan Gonzalez, and Malik Mesbah. They are 2nd graders at Daisy School, and you may have seen them on our social media and our website. They are first place state champion winners in the 2nd grade. So they've already been up here and have been recognized because when they placed to go to Albany, we had them in, we got them certificates, but this was too big of a news story not to bring them back. We had several elected officials acknowledge all 3 of you. You had Assemblymember Levine give you citations. Yesterday, Congressman Swazi dropped in on Daisy when you had your welcome back clap out that we were participating in. And Mayor Panzenbach has invited you on June 23rd to City Hall to congratulate you again. So I'm going to ask the 3 of you to come up one more time for a photo. As you may know, this is our 4th year participating and getting all the way to Albany, but this is our first time getting first place, so we wanted to make sure that we gave the recognition. So next on our superintendent's report, I would like to invite Ms. Joanne Criblay. She is our music elementary team leader. Ms. Scriblay is also the orchestra teacher at Landing and Connolly School, and she will be presenting on our NISMA and music winners across the board. And I have a short slideshow, but she's going to speak first.
I should know how to put on a microphone. Good evening, everybody. It's so nice to see so many people out to recognize our wonderful and accomplished music students. We're so very proud of all of our, all county, all state. They're all going to be honored tonight. But in addition to that, we had well over 100 students participate in this year's NISMAS Festival, many coming back with excellent and outstanding. It's a big accomplishment to take on. You have to prepare a solo. You have to go do it in front of a judge and be judged and get a constructive feedback. And we really, we're very, very proud of how many students participated in that. And I want to thank Lisa Viskovich, who seems to be everywhere in this district at all times. She went around to every single school and took pictures of all of our NISMA participants, and we have a nice little slideshow to share with you. So once again, congratulations to all of our NISMA and all of our all-county people.
Okay, so at this time, Ms. Scriblay, if you can join me, and we will call our students up.
You couldn't really read the writing. I'm sorry about that. I do want to point out that our Glen Cove High School chorale went to level 6 NISMA and scored gold with distinction, which is the highest honor that they can get.
Mrs. Scriblay, I can read, and we can hand out the certificates, and then we'll get a photo. So for Connolly School, we have Nicholas DeMasi, All-County Chorus. Oh, wait, I gave you all the... All right, do you want to give them all? Sure, yeah. All right, then we have Riley Hassel, All-County Orchestra Cello, also from Connolly School. Robert Huberts, All-County Chorus, Connolly. Nicole Minaya, All-County Band Flute. And finally from Connolly, Julie Steinhauser, All County Chorus. We're going to take a Connolly photo now, and then we'll go to landing. Okay, now moving on to landing school. Gabriel Grella, All County Orchestra, violin. Valentina Melgar, All County Chorus. Laura Molnar, All County Band Flute. Sienna Quiroz, All County Chorus. Adriana Kishpi, All County Chorus. And Victoria Cerna, All County Chorus. Okay, now we move to the middle school. Zakora Anakwe, All County Chorus. Skylar Bazil, All County Chorus. Anthony Don, All County Band Trombone, or Dane, I'm sorry. Dane, I should remember that. Dane, I had him as a student at Landing. Lila Eschenor, All County Chorus. Victoria Espin, All County Orchestra Cello. Adrian Gadea Shapovalov, Lisfa, violin. Patrick Gonzalez, All County Chorus. Laszlo Martinez, All County Band Trumpet. Mason Martinez, Lisfa Viola. For everyone that might not know, LISFA stands for Long Island String Festival Association. Matias Moreno, All County Chorus. Victoria Schnitzer, All County Orchestra violin. And Ava Zapardi, All County Chorus. Now we're moving on to the high school level. We have Parker Bennett, All County Choir. Valentina Canales Aguilar, All County Choir. Caroline Dotkayeva, All County Choir and All State Choir. Double, that's right. Mia DeFrancisco, All County Band, Clarinet. Charlotte Dilgard Clark, All County Choir. JC Enamorado, All County Band, Flute. Leo Goldstein, All County Choir. Gianna Gonzalez, All County Orchestra, violin. Gianna Gonzalez, Lisfa, violin. Paige Jimenez, All County Choir and All State Choir. Caitlin Kilzewski, All County Choir. We have Charlotte, who just walked in, Dilgard Clark, All County Choir. I didn't do that. Okay. All right, hold on, let us. Diego Ledesma, All County Choir. Natalie McNow, All County Choir. Anna Miller, All County Choir and All State Choir. Sania Mitchell, All County Choir. Alexandra Ramzaran, All County Choir. Aiden Rios, All County Choir. Michaela Schnitzer, All County Orchestra. Michaela Schnitzer, Lisfa, violin. Charlotte Scutefero, All County Choir. Aiden Van Omeren, All County Choir. And Sophia Zapata Diaz, All County Choir. Okay. Thank you to all the families that brought their children tonight. It's such an honor to work with your children every day. We are so proud of them musically. Music is not an easy talent to hone in and a skill to develop. It takes a lot of work. It's like learning a new language. So we appreciate all the hard work, all the effort that the families put in, because that means you have to remind them to practice, you have to bring them to lessons or to early morning lessons at the middle school. So thank you for all of your work, families, and we couldn't do this without you. Thank you, Mrs. Cribley, for being here tonight, and we appreciate all of our talented musicians. Okay, so we are honoring Ryan Martino. I skipped one ahead. As you've heard, he is our Board of Education student rep. Our ex officio board member is his official title, and he was our board member this year. He was recently featured in People magazine and also on Fox News for his inspiring journey in overcoming cancer diagnosis before he reached high school. It's a very personal and vulnerable story, but one that he shared and talked about the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. So he's also the awardee of the Charles Chick Evans Scholarship for golf caddies in the amount of $125,000, and it provides full tuition and housing for 4 years. He will be attending the University of Delaware. As you heard from Trustee Miller, he is a very talented golfer, and we're very proud of you. We wanted to recognize you today, so we have a certificate, and we'd like to take a photo with you. So we'll have you come up and officially recognize you. Congratulations to you. And this year we had the duties of ex officio board members split between Ryan Martino and Michael Mecca. But of course, they had to split the responsibilities because, as you can tell, both of them have a lot of commitments. So Michael is recognized today for being the Board of Education student member, along with Ryan, but also for his incredible work. He is an Eagle Scout, and he pitched an idea to us. Actually, he pitched it last year to Mr. Klatsky. He wanted to build an outdoor classroom at Connolly. Connolly was the school that he attended in elementary school, and he wanted to give something back to his community. So it was a very ambitious plan, I'm not going to lie. And at first, I thought there is really a very uphill battle in trying to get this outdoor classroom built. But he's a young man that once again shows resilience in the face of challenges. He fundraised for this, he laid out the plans, he met with me, with Ms. Cahan, with Mr. Klatsky, with our Director of Facilities, and he was successful in building an outdoor classroom at Connolly School. So we want to recognize him for all of his efforts. He was awarded the Eagle rank by the Eagle Scout Board of Review, as you can see from this photo that I obtained. And we are going to be unveiling officially the outdoor classroom probably next week before he leaves us. And you are attending Clemson. Oh, good, okay, I remember correctly. And he is also joining the ROTC program there. So we are very, right, is that correct, Michael?
That's correct.
Okay, so we are very proud of all of your accomplishments. I also have photos of the classroom here. Again, it's not officially open, but look how impressive that looks. There are benches and also planters there. So we wanted to make sure to recognize you today, get a photo with you before we officially say goodbye for the year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and now to transition to recognizing a staff member. And this is a surprise that we are recognizing, but I have a feeling that this person has figured it out. So we are recognizing Mrs. Viskovich. As you heard, she is everywhere. She takes photos of all your children, all of our events, our staff members, and she does a wonderful job of positively showcasing our district on social media. She shares press releases with the local media, and this year she was named as a NASTAR winner, and it is, NASTAR is the award that is given to members of the Nassau Association of School Technologists, and each year our IT coordinator chooses someone. So this year, Mrs. Lauren Lavelle chose Mrs. Viskovich as the NASCAR winner, so we wanted to officially recognize her tonight. So I'm going to need someone else to take this photo. But if we could bring her up, she also has friends and family who came with her, so I think that's what gave it away. Congratulations on being a NASCAR winner.
Wait, Lisa, Brett said that you need to take a selfie. You got to take it, yeah, you got to do it yourself.
And a lot of surprises tonight. So we have one more surprise. This person also was not expecting it. We would like to recognize Lauren Lavelle. She is recently been named as one of only 3 Apple Distinguished Educators in the entire state of New York. So we wanted to make sure to recognize her because we're very proud of her as a district. It's a big honor. Apple recognizes distinguished educators across the entire world. So the fact that we have someone of that caliber working in our school district means a lot, and we wanted to make sure that she was acknowledged. She did not want any positive praise, so we had to do this all under the guise of be here to acknowledge Mrs. Viskovich. So we had a double surprise in store. So if I could have Mrs. Lavelle come up.
I think anytime there's a staff thing, we're going to need those little head things on the stick.
Okay, so now is the official part of my superintendent's report, which is a presentation by a young man that is known here in the district as Michael Renga. I know Mr. Hudson calls you Sir Renga. That's an unofficial title. But if you could come up and present to us on the work that you've done at the state level with the governor's office, we would appreciate hearing from you and are looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Do I have a clicker? Thingamajig? Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's a little low for me. There we go. Alrighty. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Renga, and my presentation today is something that I'm very deeply passionate about, and it's about the ongoing youth mental health crisis. Now, I had the privilege this year from the months of September to May to serve on what's called the Youth Mental Health Advisory Board, which is part of a government initiative by Kathy Hochul to basically invite youth voices to discuss what issues revolving mental health and what it means to them and what we can do to effectively make some positive changes in our districts and abroad. So anyways, to get started, I think there we go. So just a recap of some just of the findings and the state that we're in currently. The youth mental health crisis at a glance, it's reached critical levels. Situation is not good. I could even go as far as saying that a lot of people that I know have struggled with mental health issues, and it's things such as social media, ghost effects from the COVID pandemic, and political dissatisfaction and disillusionment continue to divide and hamper any efforts to combat and solve the problem. Now, the long-term effects of the current crisis, we don't necessarily know yet. You know, our generation, there isn't enough research done on what's, we're going into. So it's just the signs that are there reveal some worrying things for the future. And the crisis is also worldwide, and access to services is dependent on a variety of factors, such as cultural factors and socioeconomic factors. Government agencies have made some steps to implement positive change, such as the Youth Mental Health Advisory Board, but yet is hampered by partisan opinions on potential solutions. And to fill some gaps, we have grassroots movements like the 988 suicide hotline, which we have some posters up in the high school, community awareness, and social clubs like the mindfulness club that we have here at the high school. And what the board has come to the conclusion of is that the American youth at the forefront demand to be heard on their own terms and listened to in the conversation about mental health as equals. Now, the question that we should all be asking is, how can we empower the youth to advocate for ourselves? And there's me. Wonderful photo. Now, I've had a long history of, just mental health struggles and mental health history, but I started my advocacy journey in the spring of my freshman year. I attended a conference at Hofstra University, and at that conference, I heard through the grapevine, and I was invited to go to Manhattan for a larger convention at the Jacob Javits Center in June of 2023. And at this convention was when Governor Hochul announced her first plans to increase mental health funding across the state. And besides some important takeaways, the lunch served was extremely good. It was a roast beef sandwich, and as they say, good lunch, you really can get your advocacy on. But it was also at this convention that I first found out about plans for a designated youth forum to advise government mental health policy. And I joined this forum 2 years later. Now, to introduce the Youth Mental Health Advisory Board a little bit more, it's sponsored by the nonprofit called Families Together, and was introduced by the state following Governor Hochul's Youth Mental Health Listening Tour. It is open primarily to high school students, but this year there was, for the first time, a middle schooler who was lucky enough to be admitted on. And board members serve for 2-year terms unless the member is a high school senior, so I was only able to serve 1 term. And membership is by application, so you submit an application during the school year, and then you're accepted by around this time. And meetings are scheduled for once a month on Zoom, and there's 2 larger in-person conferences in October and in May. Now, during my year with the Youth Mental Health Board, I've had many opportunities as well to meet others just as passionate about the subject, along with learning much about the processes of making real change on a government level. They do a really good job, the coordinators of the Youth Mental Health Advisory Board, to give notifications about other events that are not directly connected to us, just around the state, and invite representatives from the youth board to go out and just see what it's like in other aspects of advocacy. So, for example, on March 30th, I attended a rally at the state capitol. They bussed me up from Westbury, and the energy was incredibly inspiring. There was hundreds of people there, all protesting and whatnot, just for youth mental health, and it just revealed how many people are so deeply committed to just building a brighter future for the American youth. and here's some pictures from that event. It was a really a fun and engaging event. Now, above all, my work with the Youth Mental Health Advisory Board has strengthened my dedication to addressing the mental health crisis and deepened my perspective on the issue. Now, during our second and final in-person meeting, the board officially ratified the culmination of our past year's deliberation work. We then had the privilege of presenting our findings directly to officials at the Office of Mental Health. And for a select few of us, we were asked by our coordinators to stay an extra day to participate in the wider convention that was going on as serving as panelists. Now, here's the crew from this year. It was a good group of people, really intelligent, a great variety of opinions, and really great perspectives. They came from all walks of life and all across the state, and I definitely respect and thank my peers for all the hard work that they helped me out with this. So with all of this in mind, I think that we can finally start developing a picture of what the youth want from global leaders. And I've established this in 3 main categories. The first one being representation, which is mostly involving the youth in discussions and legislation involving mental health. The second is systemic social change, so redefining mental health services and reducing stigma to encompass more than just crisis situations. And third is environmental stimuli, which is promoting parental and academic education and redeveloping teen third spaces. So firstly, and I'm going to go through the 3 categories here, the first one being representation. This was the first major consensus that the members of the board reached. Youth want to be heard from the issues that matter to them, along with the issues that they face every day. We want to promote similar advisory boards between states and down the line hopefully create a national youth forum for mental health, which would invite people from around the country to address the issue. Now, second is social change. And the first one I put here is that recognizing is that utopia is not the end goal. We all have emotions, and emotions are, no matter how they are, is good for, the human experience. And that's just something that we want to make clear when addressing mental health. Now, we also want to explain that mental health services are not just for crisis situations, and that we should fund and support education initiatives in community centers, especially those in primarily minority or disenfranchised areas. And we would like to supply resources to school guidance departments to help students feel in situations which they might just be feeling a little bit anxious or just be having a bad day. Now finally, and this is one I focused on a lot with, is environmental stimuli. Now, to basically summarize, this is to build and subsidize third spaces, so recreation besides school, home, and work that are affordable and accessible. We want to encourage inviting education atmosphere via classroom and hallway decor. We want to utilize student artists for event posters and improve and develop public transportation to connect schools to third places. Now, with all of this in mind, it's a very broad set of things that I talked about, but I did consider, and we all considered, things that we could do at a local level, and I proposed the following steps. Now, suggestions by the established 3 categories here. When it comes to representation, we would like to have the faculty choose the student board member, and we could do this in several different ways so that just like, the best and brightest minds can get on and really bridge the gap between students and the faculty. We would also ask the student board member to invite student speakers periodically to speak at Board of Ed meetings like I'm doing now about a variety of different issues or things that they feel passionate about. We would also like to encourage and create student positions at the elementary schools to as their opinions matter as well. Now, regarding social change at the local level, I would like to hopefully have monthly or bi-monthly student guidance counselor meetings about things besides just, class registration. I would also like to partner with the Glen Cove Library or City Hall for joint awareness events, and these can happen at any time. And we would also like to create an anonymous system to talk to our school social worker or psychiatrist regarding non-crisis issues. Now, when it comes to environmental stimuli, I would like to propose working with a group called GCH Friendly. They're through the Senior Center, but they run something called the Glen Cove Loop Bus. And I would like to propose for them to extend service, and this would be something that you, the board, could negotiate in depth with them with, but to expand loop bus access to the high school to give students who can't drive or don't want to drive able to access downtown or our parks or gym at their discretion. Now, we'd also like to encourage or incentivize teachers to decorate their classrooms along the lines of personal interests. I would like to shout out my astronomy teacher, Mr. Builder, for his wonderful fish tank decorations. I always felt, very comfortable and very happy in that class, and I would consider encouraging other teachers to do the same, as I think it really builds that connection between students and teachers and creates a much more inviting atmosphere. Now, AI has been a contentious subject, but I think when it comes to usage in promotional material, we should definitely put a stop to that. We have a lot of talented artists in the high school, and I'm proud to know a lot of them personally, and I know that if they were just asked, they would gladly create posters for things such as the Red and Green Games, prom, etc. And then lastly, I would like to advertise local appropriate events. So just things that are going on in town, we should just, announce them every now and again to get students interested more in our community and community events. Now, besides the 3 categories, there are some other miscellaneous suggestions that I threw in here, including a mental health and wellness day at all schools, structured as an indoor type of field day. This can happen at any time. And we would also like to promote an increase in outdoor classroom lessons. Thank you, Michael Mecca, for all your work with that. I didn't actually know about this, so that definitely goes along into this, is that fresh air can be very beneficial, especially to our younger students in the district. And yes, just to promote an increase in outdoor classroom lessons, weather permitting. And I would also like to restructure high school electives so that only those interested in the subject matter are placed into the class. I think this is definitely something that to really bolster the interest of students who really want to take a certain subject, as I know a lot of teachers create these electives out of their own interest. So I do think that having really that connection of people who want to learn with people who want to teach is very important. Now, even as I'm a senior and I'm moving on to the next chapter of my life at American University, I will always appreciate the memories and experience I've had here. As such, despite moving on to other things in life, I do hope to remain, and I will remain, committed to helping the community that raised me and the district that helped me find my true self and all the good things that come with that. Now, I will leave you with this. In October of last year, I went to Manhattan to listen to a talk from the former president of Poland and Nobel Peace Prize winner, Lech Walesa. And there I had the opportunity to ask him a question. Specifically, what his advice would be for young people wanting to go into similar fields such as mine, and people who want to advocate for themselves and their communities. And what he said to me has stuck with me since. And I put this from my senior quote: "If you only had the will, the world would be a wonderful place." But I think we can amend that a little bit, as I think that everyone, no matter who you are or what your situation is, has the will to do something. And if you only recognize the will that you have, then the world, I think, would truly be a wonderful place. Thank you very much for listening to me today. And have a good night.
Michael, don't go too far. So I just wanted to thank you for your work, your advocacy for mental health. We're very proud of you for representing Glen Cove on the state level in this effort with the governor. And we wanted to take a photo with you as well, because we have a certificate for all of your hard work to recognize you, because it took a lot of effort and time. And you actually reached out to me because you wanted a forum in which to share with us all of the work that went into this. So I commend your advocacy, and we thank you for sharing all that you did with us tonight.
No, thank you for letting me come up here tonight. Thank you.
And that concludes my superintendent's report.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll move on to the first public comment. Each speaker has 3 minutes. Please be respectful. Please refrain from naming individuals. We're here to listen. There will be answers to the questions at the next meeting. Any takers? No? Okay. I guess let's move on to the instructional report.
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 7 on the instructional report. A, Committee on Special Education, and B, Committee on Preschool Special Education.
Can I get a motion? Anne and Brett, questions or comments? All in favor? 6. Business?
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 8A, Finance, numbers 1 and 2.
Can I get a motion? Leah and Brett, questions or comments? All in favor? 6.
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 8B, Operations, numbers 1 through 10.
Can I get a motion? Megan and Maureen, questions or comments? All in favor? 6. So we just approved a donation from Central Administration and from the board members, excluding Brett. We got a tree and a plaque honoring Monica Alexandris Miller and her dedication to the board, to the district. She was incredibly influential in getting the bonds passed and and advocating for it. So we wanted to honor her. So, there will be a ceremony at some point when the plaque comes in. Okay, personnel.
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 9A certified, numbers 1 through 16 as amended.
Can I get a motion? Leah and Anne? All, questions or comments? All in favor? 6.
Based on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, I ask the Board of Education to approve Agenda Item 9B classified, numbers 1 through 8.
Can I get a motion? Anne and Brett, questions or comments? All in favor? And 6.
If I can, so the amendment that was part of our certified is the appointment of a new member to our administrative team who is here tonight, and what a great official introduction to our district with the superintendent's report tonight. So we're pleased to welcome an accomplished educator as our new chairperson of mathematics, Miss Victoria Jablonski, who's here with her family tonight. Congratulations. So just as a quick summary, throughout her career, she has been dedicated to student success and fostering a love of mathematics through her work as a classroom teacher, an instructional coach, and MTSS coordinator. With extensive experience in mathematics education, multi-tiered systems of support, and school improvement, she has led initiatives that strengthen teaching, learning, and student achievement. Her collaborative leadership style really stood out to us throughout the process through her collegiality, using data to inform decision-making, and empowering educators through meaningful coaching and professional growth. So coupled with all of this experience and her student-centered vision, we really are excited to the positive impact that she's going to bring to our schools, our math department, and the broader community. So Ms. Jablonski, welcome to the district.
Welcome to the district. We don't have any unfinished business or new business. last meeting, we added, we'll move on to board comments. We were going to discuss the school calendar and asked to put it on the agenda. So for background, about 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago, we removed all holidays from the calendar because it's school calendar, so it was just school events. That did not go over very well with a lot of the community members. So last year's calendar, we put the names back onto the calendar and included some notes from community members that we should add that the observance of holidays, of certain holidays, begins at sundown the night before. This was noted for Jewish and Muslim holidays. It wasn't put on for Christian holidays, and I didn't know that that's also observed in a number of Christian holidays as well. But thank you, Alexa gave us all that information in her very detailed updates. So moving forward, how do we want to handle it? Pam?
So I like the way the calendar has been set for this year because one of our community members stated that, to put when the holiday starts at sundown, and we have done that. So I think that my personal opinion is that I feel like we should keep it the same moving forward, especially the holidays that our district celebrates.
Anybody else?
I also think that community members appreciate that we list the holiday when it occurs on a weekend or when we're not in session. And we'll continue to do that as well.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else?
I didn't really find any fault with the way it is, and I agree. There's no reason to change it.
Okay. So I guess we'll see how the calendar shakes out over the summer. Okay. Anybody else with comments? Okay, Brett. Or whoever wants to go.
Well, I was just going to say, I think I mentioned it to Dr. Doshner, like late, which is funny because we get sent the calendar to proof, so I felt like, oh, I should have caught this. But as I flipped it to June, the mini part of July is wrong. We have July starting like a day earlier or something, and it's very confusing now when I look at my calendar to figure out anything. But I actually thought when we were like, let's talk about the calendar, the fact that like we messed up the days. But anyway, so now I'm like, this summer when we get the calendar, I will definitely hone in on, are the dates correct? And yeah, I think, I thought, just also for clarity, 2 years ago when we did, or a year ago when we took the holidays off the calendar, we still indicated when school was closed. It wasn't like a blank, nothing. But everyone preferred the holidays named back in. They're back in. I think it's all good. And I think, when holidays that are observed by New York State in particular, for instance, Lunar New Year, fall on a weekend, or often now that's fall, like in the last year or two, it falls over February break, it's still marked so that those who observe can be recognized, or the community at large can understand what this is and have an understanding culturally of, something else that's going on. So I think that's all good, but we should definitely take note of the dates going forward.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. All right, Brett?
Regarding Monica on the agenda, I went through the agenda, what I thought was pretty thoroughly. Was that added late?
Yesterday, or yesterday afternoon.
So I didn't know until right now. So I'm a little unprepared to express, gratitude. If she were here, I wouldn't be. So I'll have more to say at the dedication. Thank you. And secondly, the first year on the board, I just want to say congratulations to you guys over there. It was kind of a tumultuous budget season, and Angela, I just want to express my gratitude to you as our president as well, and thanks for the time we got to spend together. That's it.
Thanks. So I also wanted to say thank you to the community for electing me 5 years ago, and then again 3 years ago. I've loved being on the board. It's been an honor, and I want to thank Monica and Maureen in particular. The two of them really encouraged me to run, so I wouldn't be here either without her. And thank you to you guys. You've been great friends, and I've learned a ton. Central administration, you guys are so smart and thorough, and I really value your opinion on things and the work that you've put in this year, and I hope that the community sees what we see in you, because I think you guys are wonderful. This board is wonderful, and I'm glad that Rob is taking over for me. He's already reading and learning so much about what to do, so he's going to be a great addition. And thank you to my family for putting up with all my time away. So, thank you.
Do you mind?
So this is the last surprise of the evening.
Oh, shut up.
Okay. I'm going to try to get through this without getting extremely emotional, because if it wasn't for Monica, I wouldn't be here as well. So, good evening. So, Angela, we want to express our deepest gratitude for your dedicated service and unwavering commitment to our district. Your leadership, vision, and tireless efforts have helped put our district on the map and have created opportunities that will benefit our community for years to come. Through your hard work, determination, and passion, you have consistently pushed our district forward, ensuring that it receives the attention, resources, and recognition it deserves. Your impact can be seen in the progress we have made, the partnerships we have built, and the lives you have touched along the way. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and your belief in the potential of our community. Your contributions have left a lasting mark, and we truly appreciate it. And we are grateful for all that you have done.
Okay, any other board comments or? Okay, so let's move on to our final public comment. 3 minutes, name and address. No? Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn? Maureen and Ann, all in favor? 6. Thank you, GCTV.